Hi everyone, and welcome to another Nextpoint video. Today we're looking at the bookings tool, which can be used for maybe a table booking at a restaurant. It could be used for maybe booking a room in a hotel, any sort of product hire. It could be booking an appointment for a salon, etc. So without further ado, we'll get straight into this. The first thing you'll notice here, where we have two buttons, show list and show calendar. Now if we had any bookings on here, obviously clicking on these buttons would actually show us a change of display down here, but we don't actually have anything at the moment. So first thing we need to do is create a new booking. Okay, so if we go over here onto new booking. Okay, the first field we have is reference. We can actually, if we have like a unique reference number, we can just type that in here. Obviously if we don't, the system will generate its own ID. So we're going to leave this blank. We'll just let the system generate that for us. Okay, delivery date. Okay, let's just put something in here. So we can either type the date in, or we have a calendar option. So if we just type a date in for now, so let's say the 5th of the 5th, 2013, we can do that. And for the expiry date, we can use the calendar, this little icon down here. We click this, we get a calendar view. So we'll pick the 10th. Okay. And again, we've got total price. We're not going to put anything here. This will be calculated when we add the products. Discount, obviously if there's a discount we can put that in here. Right, payment status. Okay, we'll set this to requested, because the full payment hasn't been completed yet. Okay, order source. Now this will give us a couple of options. In this case, this will basically be the sites in this case which is sold, you know, where the product or service has been sold from. So we'll say maybe a magazine advert is where this was located. Okay, right, and let's just put a random name down here, maybe Bob Jones Company, I don't know, Apple Tech. Address 20 Greenland Drive. I'm not sure if this place actually exists, but it doesn't really matter. Okay, I'll just put a random thing in there. Let's say Liverpool for there, and county we'll say Merseyside. Okay, postcode we'll just make one up, and we'll set a email address down here. Okay, and we'll just throw in a phone number. For example. Okay, now we're going to go to add product. So we'll say in this case we have a Bob Jones. We'll select a product service down here. So let's say in this example he wants to book a training course. Okay, and he also wants a budget website. So we've added these here. As you can see, it's calculated the price for us, how much this is going to cost. We also have a quantity, so we can change this. Again, if there's any sort of discounts on these products, we can put that into here. And a description as well as a unit cost. Okay, so we're going to click create, and we're going to say the payment method let's say he's putting a deposit down by card. Payment type is going to be deposit. Okay, and the amount, let's say a £50 deposit. Okay, and we'll click add payment. Now, as we can see here, we've now got one entry down here, Bob Jones. We've got the 5th of the 5th is when it's booked for. That'll be the start date, obviously. And if we have a look here, if we click show calendar, right, we can actually see, obviously, is the 5th of May. Right up to the 10th is the date of it, or when it expires, basically. Okay, so yeah, we have these two views. So if we want to go back to the list, we can click show list. Okay, that is show calendar. Very straightforward. Okay, we can also edit this information now. Okay, so if we click on details, here we are on the booking details page. So we can see here, as I was talking about before, the reference number has been automatically generated by the system. We didn't put anything in, but it has generated one for us, which is quite handy. Okay, we have the delivery date down here, the expiry date down here, and again, the beauty of this is we are actually editing the booking at this point. So we can go in and obviously change anything. If the customer was to contact us and say, obviously, I'd like to change the date to next week or what have you. Okay, we can do that. Total price, again, this has been calculated here. So £175 for this order. We didn't put anything into the discount, so again, this is set to 0. The payment status, again, if the customer was to fulfill the order, we can change this from requested to complete. Order source, again, it was a magazine advert. This is obviously we can change that if we need to. Don't need to in this case. And the customer details, here we are, Bob Jones, company Apple Tech. We've got the address down here, email, and the telephone number. So we can see that all this information's been stored into this record. Okay, now if we come over to the left hand side, we can see here we've got a summary of the purchase price, the payment total, how many payments have been made so far. Obviously, as we remember before, there was a deposit paid down, £50, so that's been paid here. How many payments remaining? Oh, sorry, but what's the total remaining payment? That's going to be £125. Okay. We'll also come down here and see which products have been ordered. If we click on products, we can see here the products that have been ordered. Okay. So what we're going to do now is obviously just click update record, which will take us back to here. So if we create a new booking, that's again, we'll leave the reference blank. We'll set the delivery date to say the 16th, expiry date, set that to the 23rd. Nothing for price. Let's say a £5 discount, just to be different. Payment status requested. Let's say, okay, let's say this was advertised on Facebook, and the name was Syracuse company. I don't know. Bit of a, oh, let's say she also works at Apple Tech. Okay. Let's say number 5, Cherry Close. Let's say this was just enter some other information here. Oh, Merseyside. There we go. Postcode again. Let's just make one up, and we'll set the email back to the demo at Nextpoint. We'll just use a number here. Okay. Add product. And let's say Sarah wants to purchase an article writing. Okay. Yeah, that'll do us. So if we click create, we'll set the payment again. We'll set that to card. Payment type. Yeah, again, let's say we're just putting the deposit down. Let's say of £10. Oh, 10. There we go. We'll click the add payment, and here we can see the record's been updated. So what we're looking at the moment is all the records that we've got so far on the system. Now if we click show calendar, okay, we can see down here obviously Bob Jones, delivery date is the 5th, and the expiry date is the 10th, and later on through that month here we have the Sarah Hughes. Okay. Right, so to get back to a list view, we just go to show list, and there we are. Okay, now what if obviously, I mean, we've got 2 names down at the moment. As you can imagine, in a company you might have a couple of thousand names maybe, and what if you want to filter a certain information out? Maybe you want to see you want to view the orders by the product that's been ordered, for example. Okay, so let's do a test of that. Let's do a little example. If we come up here, we can see we've got product start date and end date. Okay, now what we can do is click the drop down menu, and let's say budget website. So we want to filter out the orders to have a budget website purchased as a product. Okay, we can also set a date range here, get like a little calendar. So we'll just leave it at the 3rd, and we'll set that date range to the 31st. Okay, now if we click show list, we'll see here 2 names at the moment. Show list. Okay, now we only have Bob Jones, because as we know, he purchased a budget website. If we go to show calendar, we only see Bob Jones and no longer Sarah down here. She's gone for the time being. Yeah, so we're now viewing the orders for the budget website. Okay, again, if we want to do it the other way, if we want to see article writing, we'll select article writing again, and we'll go to show list. That gives us Sarah's. Okay, show calendar, and sure enough, there we are, the delivery date and expiry date. Now to bring them both up again, we can go to show all bookings. That will take our filter off here. As we see, that's been reset. We've got both names here, and we can click show calendar. Okay, and there we have all our orders. And that pretty much ties up the video for today. Again, just to recap, this can be used for restaurants, maybe booking a table, for example. It could be a hotel, a room booking, any sort of product hire again, maybe a car hire company, and also just setting appointments, like as mentioned, hair salon company, excuse me, to book in appointments for the clients and so on. And yeah, well, that pretty much brings us to the end of this video. So thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Thank you.